part 4 in the basics of rod building. In this segment, we're going to install the reel seat. Now both the butt cap and the rear grip in this instance were snug fits. So we didn't need to use any arbors, we could glue them straight onto the blank, which is great. Now for the next section, which is the reel seat there's a fair sized gap between the reel seat and the blank. So to make that nice and firm, we need to use arbors. So the simplest arbor that we can use is the one using tape, and I'll show you how to do that now. Now I'm going to create some tape arbors, and they will bridge the gap, as I said before, between the blank and the reel seat. And it's as simple as just rolling the tape around the blank. Try and keep the tape nice and centered and quite firm. So that needs a fair bit more. When we create the arbors, we're just using plain old masking tape. So I'll repeat this process, and I'll leave about a 6mm gap in between arbors, and I'll show you what that looks like. So now I've put 4 arbors in of tape, which, as you can see, are only about 5mm apart, 6mm apart, and they allow the reel seat to sit snugly over the arbors. Not too hard, but just nice and snug. And now the reel seat's ready for gluing. The reel seat can sit either way. It can sit with the screw of the reel seat facing down, or it can sit with the screw facing up. It really comes down to personal preference. Before we glue, I'm going to wrap some tape around each end of the reel seat so that when the glue comes out of the crack between the reel seat and the foregrip, the glue doesn't touch the reel seat itself. So first I'll screw the locking nut all the way up to get it out of the way, and I'll put some tape around the thread of the reel seat. Just like that. Okay, so now we're ready to put the glue on. So the same handle kit gel that we had before, I'm just going to make sure it fills all those gaps. Like that. Now we're ready to put the reel seat on. Just wipe off the excess glue, give that a wipe before it gets too far in. There we go. Now I'm just going to wipe that glue with methylated spirits on a rag. And now I can take off that tape, and the reel seat should be nice and clean. There we go.